This week on Your Newsroom.
I'm Amara Lewis. America and the Holocaust. A traveling exhibition is coming to the Henderson Library this week. We were there for one of the first guided tours.
I'm Erin Ware. Are you tough enough to brave the cold? A polar bear plunge and s'mores roast was held at the rack last week, and we took a dive right in.
Do you find yourself wondering how to save money and where to find a job on campus? We've got all the tips and tricks for you coming right up.
Plus, your 1 minute of happiness. Our new bi-weekly segment from anchor Isabella Kicklighter starts today. You don't want to miss it.
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
And it all starts right now.
This is Your Newsroom with Erin Ware and Amara Lewis. Plus, your team of reporters in the field covering stories that matter to you. Now from the Georgian Media Group, this is Your Newsroom.
Hey everyone, welcome to Your Newsroom. I'm Erin Ware.
And I'm Amara Lewis. Erin, did you know that there's a Holocaust museum coming?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's coming to the Georgia Southern Library. They're honoring the victims of the Holocaust by hosting a traveling exhibit around the tragic event that took the lives of 6 million people.
The Henderson Library is one of the first of 50 universities hosting the traveling exhibit Americans in the Holocaust.
The exhibition primarily focuses on the motives, pressures, and fears that shaped American responses to the Holocaust.
Throughout the month of February, the American Library Association will host multiple events examining America's response to the Holocaust. Student William Hastings thinks the exhibit serves as a tool to educate and inform people about an important time in American and world history.
I think this is some really critical information. I know me personally, I went through most of my teenage life thinking that the Americans didn't know anything about the Holocaust until the information came out after World War II.
Those familiar with the exhibit think the topics discussed offer unique insight into a time where Americans were all collectively learning about a global event.
The ways that we gathered information, the ways that those conversations built both in small communities and nationwide. And I think that's something that I at least never saw in my education.
So Asa, will there be tours to discuss what's in the exhibit?
Guided tours for the Americans in the Holocaust exhibit will start this week with an official opening and community reception scheduled for February 9th.
To register for a tour, visit the kiosk located next to the exhibit or go to the library's website. Can you take the cold? Learn about who made it through last week's icy polar bear plunge at the rack.
Think you can conquer the cold? The rack's Polar Plunge is the perfect way to test your limits while also engaging with your peers. The Polar Plunge is held annually by the aquatics department at the outside pool. Participants took a dip in the ice-filled water and then warmed back up in the hot tub.
The Polar Plunge is an event where students can come and jump in the pool in January, so it's pretty cold. We offer some games, prizes, food, hopefully a fun atmosphere.
Even in the freezing temperatures, there were smiles all around. Students kept warm with yummy s'mores and hot chocolate and participated in contests for prizes while waiting for the plunge. It is clear that the Polar Plunge was a huge success among students.
Oh, it was so cold. It was so cold. But it was a lot of fun.
Not only is the Polar Plunge an opportunity for students to socialize, it allows students to see parts of the school that they otherwise might have never known about.
It helps us really show off some of the facilities of the rack that may not be getting used as frequently, such as the outdoor pool when it's closed over the winter, and remind them of what all they have to experience and at their disposal here at Georgia Southern.
The rack recognizes the importance of student engagement and holds many student events throughout the school year. Though some of those events might have been affected by COVID, the aquatics department still makes an effort to bring students together.
I just love seeing the community come together as one. We actually had the water polo team show up as well, which was really cool to see them not practicing and actually interacting with everyone around campus.
Ashley, that looked like so much fun. What was the atmosphere like out there?
The energy was exceptional out here, Amara. There were over 60 participants, and they're hoping to exceed that number in the future.
Sounds like a great turnout. Be on the lookout for more events like this one from the aquatics department at the rack. Over the weekend, Fixing the Borough held a fundraising event, offering Valentine's Day family photos with an adoptable pet or your own. Isabella Kicklighter has the story.
Hey everyone, I'm Isabella Kicklighter, and welcome to 1 Minute of Happiness, where I highlight uplifting things going on around you. Let's get into it.
Last Saturday at Brandon Farm, Fixing the Borough created a fundraiser for Valentine's Day that created forever memories with some furry friends. Their participants had the opportunity to get professional family photos taken with their dog, with cute Valentine's Day themed or nature-esque backgrounds. The event cost $50 for each family to have a 20-minute photo session. The event also featured some of the dogs up for adoption as photo buddies for those who are interested but don't have a furry friend of their own. 100% of the proceeds for the event were donated to fixing the burrow. The money raised will go towards necessary supplies and spay-neuter expenses for all pets going up for adoption. Nearly a dozen families attended the fundraiser, but it wasn't just great for them, it was a huge hit for the dogs as well. To learn more about cute fundraisers like this and other opportunities to make memories with your furry friend, visit Fixing the Burrow on Facebook. There they feature all upcoming events and post adoptable pets from cats, dogs, and even bunnies. I'll see you again next time on 1 Minute of Happiness.
The men and women's tennis teams are back in season. Let's take a look on how these teams are going to make a racket on the court this season.
After ending last season as Sunbelt champions, the team is thrilled to be back for a chance to repeat. With a previous postponement and no competition since October, the team is looking forward to finally playing.
I'm very eager to take the court. Obviously we've had some cancellations, but we can't really let that affect us. It's going to happen, just part of it. So I think we're all very excited.
The Eagles train and practice at home through the winter break in order to come into spring prepared.
We all try to keep, like an exercise routine. We all try to get out and hit as much as we can. I know I went at home and played, made sure to hit, and I know all my fellow teammates also did the same.
They look to start strong this year against some tough ranked opponents. The women lost 0-7 against Clemson. Senior Elizabeth Goen says that facing bigger schools is a great way to get better.
We're trying to do everything we can to prepare for that conference tournament at the end, and playing those bigger schools is really helpful.
Both seniors are looking forward to the home matches and finishing strong in their last season.
It's always a great atmosphere and environment. It's great to be out here on the home courts that I've played at for 4 years. As a senior, I'm going to leave everything out there. There's no better feeling than playing at home. As a senior this year, I cherish every single match and every single practice getting to play on these courts because, it's not going to last forever.
I can't wait to see how well they do this season. When is their next home match?
Thanks, Amara. And they will be here at these home courts 1 week from today, February 9th, 1 p.m. to face off against College of Charleston.
Well, good luck to the tennis team on their match. Thanks, Justin. We all understand the struggles of being a broke college student, but maybe it doesn't always have to be that way. Elise Taylor reports on how you can save your money and secure a job.
As college students, we all know the importance of balancing school, work, clubs, and trying to be financially stable at the same time. Last week, the Student Job Fair was hosted in Russell Union to help students who are looking to make some extra cash. The event helped many students explore different work opportunities on and around campus.
We would look for somebody who's enthusiastic, someone who actually can, carry a conversation, so to speak, someone who is diligent, hardworking, and someone who's dependable, someone who we can rely on.
After getting a job, money management becomes crucial. But regardless of employment status, students on campus know how important it is to save money.
You really have to balance out your needs and your wants. So if you need something, you can get it. But if you want something, I'd say probably should walk away from it.
Don't just say you're going to save money and then turn around and spend it on something that's not valuable. So spend money on valuable things.
Start now, because if you do it late, you might not have the amount of money that you need for the future.
When starting to save, try choosing a goal amount of money and a date to save it by. Then, budget out a certain amount of money to save from each paycheck to reach that goal. If you need more help, there are always resources on campus and online about how to save money and prepare for the future.
And thank you for joining us this week. We encourage you to follow us on social media at @your_newsroom.
For now, for Aaron, and for all of us at Your Newsroom, I'm Amara Lewis. We'll see you next week.